Today we are filming one of the most incredible abandoned scrapyards I have ever been to. Today, look at these! We have just found a very rare Matra Bagheera Renault 19 16 valve. Not one, but two very rare BMWs. V6 Mercedes Vito. There is no way we have just found an Alfa Romeo Spider in here. The amount of man hours and time that's gone into stocking this room is mind-boggling. How old do you think this is? Cannot believe we have just found this in here. This is a very rare car. Any idea what car that is? Cannot believe we have just found this in here. I have never explored an abandoned building quite like this one. In this week's video I explore an abandoned breaker's yard with some very rare classic cars and all of the stock still inside. But unfortunately the site had to close and has been left completely frozen in time. Inside the large buildings is a complete time capsule. For reasons unknown, the business had to close around 2013, leaving absolutely everything they had for sale and more still inside. But instead of them selling off what they had, including thousands of car spares and many rare vehicles, they simply closed the doors and walked away. The mind-blowing collection of classic cars and parts is estimated to be worth in the region of €1 million. From alternators, steering racks, suspension components and more. There is probably a rare part for your classic car in here somewhere, but sadly there is no longer anybody here to serve you. Walking around the site was very eerie, with the sound of the wind blowing through the holes in the walls and the water dripping from the leaky roof above. Hopefully one day the things in here can be saved, but for now, everything will continue to collect dust and stay locked away from the world outside. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. As you can see, I am joined with James. Today we have come to check out an abandoned scrapyard which is going to absolutely blow you away. We've literally just pulled up outside. Let's go and check it out and see what we can find. Okay guys, so this is going to be our way in today. As you can see, it's very easy access. We've just got to jump through this little gap on the fence. I'll say it's easy, it's actually not as easy as it looks.
Like me.
That's it. Contradict everything you say.
Shut up, you. Oh, look at that Renault truck over there.
I know. Okay guys, so this is the place we have come to have a look at today. Now it looks incredible, this place. It's a big site and apparently there are a lot of cars in there too. Also lots of stock as well. So let's just have a little walk around and see if we can find a way. And I think potentially we might be able to find a way around this truck. You see the office up there, still got all the paperwork and everything, so I pretty much think this place shut down and they just locked the door and left everything inside. I imagine there would have been some stuff out here too, but that's all gone. Okay, our first collection of cars today. Look at these. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we can actually get in this way because I don't want to climb over the car. Say again?
I was just saying that this is...
Oh, is it? I don't think we can go that way because there's too many cars blocking the entrance. We might have to squeeze under the back of the truck. Oh, I've just seen another way in through to the main building there, look. And there are a lot of cars in there too. Do you know what? They actually haven't made this very easy at all, have they? They've actually put a lot of thought into what they were doing to try and keep people out of here. But if these are pushed back up to the wall, which they are, yeah. Okay, so we are going to have to go that way, unfortunately. Hey guys, we have managed to somehow climb under the back of this truck to gain access into this area. Now we have got some incredible cars here. This is a Renault Frago, I think, isn't it? Yeah, James, is this a Frago? Yeah. We have a Renault 18, oh yeah, it says there that You can see that the badge is missing. We have a Renault 18 GTD there. We have a very early Volvo as well. Look at that. This, I'm pretty sure, is a Fintown Mercedes-Benz. With a big dent in the roof, unfortunately. But look, the window is actually open on this Volvo, so we can see inside. Oh my goodness me. Look at the mileage on that car. If that's genuine, I mean, it may have gone round the clock. I don't know. Maybe. But do you know what? The interior in this car is actually beautiful. Look at that. Oh, that is incredible. Right, we'll try and get the camera out of there. Let's see what else we've got in there. This is going to be a bit of a squeeze here. I'll have to try and very carefully squeeze through this gap. God. Oh, that's not easy. But I made it. So here is the Fintown Mercedes-Benz. Oh, that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What a blooming shame it's in here though. James, what's this red car? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I think it's a Buick.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, it is a Buick.
Yeah, but I don't know enough about American.
Well, that's unusual seeing that in here, isn't it? Yeah. I wonder why that's there. Now, I think that looks like a BMW 635i. There's another BMW next to that. Can we squeeze up here? Oh, it's going to be a bit mucky, isn't it? But I think we're going to have to do it if we want to actually. Can we go through the van? We might. Oh God, there's lots of spiders in there. But who cares? We might actually be able to squeeze through this van to get to the back. So let's have a go. Because there's no way I'm climbing over the front of those cars. Oh no. Are we trapped? Oh, well that didn't go to plan, did it? No, we're now trapped in the back of a van with a tractor in front of me, so there's no other choice. Ah, what a shame. I don't think we can even get out there, can we? Nope. Can I open the window? No. Okay guys, right, I did try. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go back this way. Get out. Sire. Right. This is going to be a bit of a squeeze, isn't it? But it is the only way we're going to be able to do it, so... Oh, blimey. Ah, that's painful. Ooh. Ow. Okay, made it to there. So we're halfway. Is there an engine in this still, do we think? No, the engine is not in that car. Well, that's interesting. Okay, try to squeeze through this one as well. This is honestly... This is not easy. This is actually really difficult to do this. But we need to do it, or I need to do it, to be able to show you guys these cars properly. And I'm pretty sure that is a 635i, that BMW there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get close enough to see the inside of it, unfortunately. Oh, look at that, little BP oil tubs in there, they're really cool. And then we've got this at the back. What's that? I've got absolutely no idea what that is. If any of you guys can help me, please pop it in the comments below. I'm just going to stand up on here and see if I can get a decent little shot of all these cars. Wow. This is a very cool place, this. But it is not the only cars we have here. We have another massive 2 barns here full of cars, and I mean full of cars, and not just cars, parts as well. Because this was a scrapyard, they obviously broke cars. Apparently there is a whole stock room full of parts in there. So get some pictures in here quickly. We'll go and check out the next area next. I cannot wait to show you what's in there. Okay guys, so it is now time to enter the first big barn in this location. Oh my goodness me. This is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Look at this place. Just look at the stuff that's been left in here. That looks like an Alpine. Oh my God, I honestly don't know what to say. Honestly don't know what to say. Right, let's try and get down this way if we can. It's a little bit sketchy. In fact, it's very sketchy, very slippery. I'd rather do that than climb over the cars to get in here. Oh my God. I mean, the amount of stuff that's been left in here. I mean, you can just imagine how much all this stuff is worth. Look at this. Big DTM exhaust there. My God, look at the size of that safe. Let's just put the light on and have a look inside there. It doesn't look as if there's any expensive valuables left in there at all, but that is a very, very big safe, that, guys. Okay, so leaving that, let's have a look and see what some of the stuff that's been left in here is. Now, we've got lots and lots of panels, bonnets, boots, doors. We've got engines, literally engines all over the floor in here. I've got no idea what they've come from, but I imagine they're from fairly modernish cars. And look at this. This whole pallet of grills was obviously due to be sent out or sent somewhere, but it's just been left here. It's just been left here. Ah, this is an Alpine. This is a very, very rare car indeed. Obviously built for track use, autocross of some sort. Looks like it was fairly well. It was used well, let's say. Look at the rust on it. Even on the space frame, it's a little bit corroded. Now this is a very rare car actually. Over here, not so rare. A Matra Bagheera. Now these actually have 3 seats in the front of them, which is quite unusual. I don't know if you'll be able to see it through that glass there, but I don't think I can actually open this door. So basically you've got a twin seat here, so 1, 2, then you've got the driver's seat over on the other side. But the Matra Bagheeras are actually quite a rare car, like I say, over in the UK. Over here you do see them quite a lot, but nevertheless still a very, very rare old car. Now this Renault 4, I love these things. Now Al from 6D Diesels actually has a Renault 4. Al, 6D Diesels. He actually has a Renault 4 and it is beautiful. Something about them I really, really do like. My goodness me. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Now look at this, guys. We have another stock room. This looks like it could have been the main counter. In fact, there's another room through there, look, just filled. Absolutely filled with stuff. Let's take a look in here. Oh, this is, I mean, this is quite overwhelming actually, isn't it? Oh my goodness me. I mean, I don't even think my local scrapyard would have this much stuff. I mean, this is quite a lot. Oh, I really do hope that this can all be saved, because there is a lot of stuff in here. Look at that Volkswagen grille there. Wow. Oh my goodness me, there are even more cars through there, look. This is probably one of the best places I've done this year and in recent years as well, to be honest. Look at this. This is the work, where the office where they used to work from. And look, we've still got loads of keys on here too. 16 valve badge or something. And it looks like they may have actually, oh no, this is just another office. I'll say it may have actually lived here, but no, this is just a back office. I'll leave that on. Oh my goodness, there is so much in here. It truly is literally like they have just got up and left everything here. I mean, look how overgrown the window is there. You can't even see outside of it anymore. Look, the calendar here ran out in 2013. So it gives you some kind of idea how long this place has potentially been left abandoned for. Oh, I just can't believe how much stock is in here. This was obviously their kitchen where they used to make their lunches and teas and stuff. What's the calendar on this one here? November 1969, that sounds right. Look, 2013 again, so that is, I reckon that's when it closed. Again, that window's completely overgrown, look. Right, so we're leaving the offices. Now, this would have been the front desk where people would have come through the main entrance and they would have ordered all of their stuff from this counter. But it is just a complete time warp. Now, we think the place closed in 2013, but the amount of stuff that has been here has just blown me away. It really has. Let's have a little walk up through here and see what we can find here. We've got loads of old magazines here. 2008. I can't see a date on that one. We've got another calendar there, 2014. So that is actually a little bit later than what we found earlier. And we've got another stock or storeroom here for something. Oh, actually, that goes into the room where we were earlier. So this is the back room. But again, everything's been left here. Look, this is the second trophy I've seen. Just put the light back on, guys, so see a little bit more. Champion de France autocross. So that must have been the Alpine that we saw out in the workshop area. I think this takes us up to another level of stock. I think it is. Oh my goodness me. Look at all the paperwork in there. Wow, look at this. There's an old Renault 5 steering wheel there. I know that because I actually bought one from a scrapyard previously. It's absolutely identical. My God. So what have we got in here? This looks like it could be the interior storage. God. My goodness me. Well, I really, really do hope that this stuff can be saved, because at the moment it's just sitting here doing absolutely nothing. I think this might actually look over the piece that we saw earlier. Yeah, look at that, guys. Oh my God. What a place this is. We need to go down there now and have a look. Right, let's go and have a better look and see what we can find down there. Okay guys, it is now time to have a look in this second area of cars. My God, look what we have got in here. Oh my goodness me. Now this, I think, is an old Fiat. I'm sure that's a Fiat. If any of you guys know exact model, please let me know in the comments below. It looks very similar to a Morris Minor when you look at it from different, even a Volkswagen Beetle as well. But because of the engine in the back there, I'm pretty sure that is a Fiat. Now this is a Ford. Now this, honestly, in the UK, something like this would be worth an absolute fortune. But over here, sadly, they're not actually worth so much. From the capture is, oh, and it's got the V6 in there. 2.3 litre V6. What a beautiful old thing. I'm not sure what that is out there, but I don't really like that, if I'm honest. See quite a few of those over here actually, and they sound so silly. Now this Opel, now I'm not sure what model this is, guys. Please let me know in the comments what that is. It is beautiful. It really is lovely. Let's have a little look. Oh, it's locked. Oh, that's a shame. The door is actually kind of like open, but it's locked and we can't get inside. Oh, look at that bus. Look at that. Oh, that is just stunning inside there. Just get the camera through. Look at the interior in there. That is lovely. It really is lovely. Now we have a classic Mini. Now this Mini, I'm not sure how old that is. It's obviously an early one. I've got no idea what, maybe it could be a late 70s one maybe. Unfortunately, it does look quite rusty. You can see the seals there have all rotted out. I imagine the rear subframe mounts have probably gone too. But as much as I hate to say it, it is in a lot better condition than what mine is, which is really annoying. There's a Mercedes bonnet up there with a nice big grille on the front of it. Let's see if we can get through this way. Let's just step over this. So we've got a Jag here with a lot of the stuff ripped off of it. The rear axle, all the subframe's gone on there. A lot of the interior's still in there. God, it's very mucky though, isn't it? It looks as if this was maybe parked outside for a while and they've just brought it inside. Maybe to strip it, maybe to do just that. You can see it's still got, I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't have cleaned all the leaves off of it. That's a bit unusual. Oh, look at this. My goodness. And the Mini still has its engine inside as well. I think that could be a 1 litre engine, that one. It's got twin master cylinders up there, look. That's interesting, but it has got the split window, so obviously it is an earlier one. I think this was probably parked outside as well by the look of it. But, I mean, like I said, it's a lot better condition than what mine is, and it's definitely worth saving 100%. I mean, these doors, the doors alone look really good. You know, they are very valuable actually, even in parts. And what we got over here, we've got, obviously this looks like the wheel stall. Oh God, I mean, I don't even know how to get in there. I'm gonna climb through there. We've got loads of wheels and tyres up there, look. This place honestly just blown me away. It really has. You know, why did they close up? Why did they leave everything here? Why didn't they try and sell something? Got a massive compressor in there. Oh. Looks like there's another way in over there. Someone's pulled the door open. Wow. This is a very special place indeed. It really is. Right, let's head back this way and go and check out the last section. Okay, so we've come back into the main building now. I haven't actually had a look around the back yet, but what we'll do, we'll go and have a look around here first, because I think this is the area that shows. Yeah, it is. So here's the other like workshop area, and I remember looking through the wall and seeing all these wheels. So I just want to have a look in here. Now this obviously looks like a wheel storage area. But there's also lots of gearboxes and things on the floor as well. So a bit of everything really. Oh no, there's a double door. Where does this go? It's just never ending. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm just lost. I am literally lost for words. I mean, it's mind-boggling. It really is. Look at those wheels. Look at these wheels. There's all sorts, but look at those ones. They are absolutely beautiful. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is a crazy place. I mean, just look. It's never ending. There's probably, I mean, I don't know what era this is from. I imagine it would be mostly like the 70s, 80s and 90s, early 2000s. But there's probably like every part for like all those rare cars that you've got, and you just can't find a particular mount or a bracket, or like a gearbox. I don't know, anything. Engines, lights. I can guarantee you it'll be here somewhere. I mean, oh God. The scrap value in here alone must be thousands. But the true value of the parts that have been here, I mean, look at this old Renault wheel. You know, something like that would be so hard to find. And obviously because it's so hard to find, the value goes up. So, look, there's a Citroen, what was it, an AX bonnet? Could be, I'm not sure. There's doors, exhausts, tailgates. There's all sorts of stuff in here. Okay, let's have a look over the last area, which is at the back. And then I think we're going to be pretty much done, guys. I want to take a look in this Matcha Bagheera here, so you can actually see the interior in it. Very unusual, because it has actually got the 3 seats. I mean, it's very cool. I love the interior, actually. I love the pattern on that. It almost looks a bit Scottish in a way, doesn't it? But, very, very nice car. Nothing much underneath there. Like I said, they are very rare cars. Over here, they're getting rarer, but in the UK, you've probably never even heard of one. Matcha Bagheera, very cool cars. And we've got the Renault 4 just underneath it here. This is a really nice little thing. I don't know if the door's open on it or not. It is. I mean, look how clean that is. It's actually really nice. Lovely little thing, this. Definitely needs saving, that's for sure. Right, so I've managed to find a little way through these cars just to get to the other side over here, guys. With another massive stock room at the back there. Oh, my goodness. My goodness me. And let us say, some of this stuff was all... I mean, that looks brand new, doesn't it? It's all bubble wrapped and cellophaned up. That looks like some kind of an air conditioning system. A Renault 5 door, I think that is. Oh my God, no. That's a Renault 1916 valve, I'm sure it is. Oh, I have always loved these cars. Oh my goodness. Oh, do you know, I would love to own this car. I would love to be able to save this, bring it back to the UK. Oh, why do people have to do this though? Do you know, maybe it was the workers, I don't know, maybe they... Oh, I just don't know. I just don't know. Oh my God, no. Oh, no. Oh, this is not good, is it? Look at that. That's moss. So obviously this had been parked outside for a number of years and the moss has got in there and just... Oh no, that's not good. Doesn't smell terribly great either. But this is a Renault 1916 valve. Oh, I'm actually a little bit sad now I found that, because there's nothing I can do to save it. There's nothing I can do. Oh dear, what we got here? Rover. These are always a little bit odd, because I always thought these would be like 4-wheel drive, but they're obviously not. But they look it. I mean, they are quite cool cars, to be fair. What's that there? Is that a Mark III Golf? That's a Golf GTI, isn't it? I'm sure it is. That is a Golf GTI. Now, what have we got hiding over the back there? Let's go and have a look. Before we go down there, I just want to have a quick look in this area here. It is just another area full of parts. So this looks like it was the suspension, window regulators. I mean, you think of the man hours that's gone into not just stocking the stuff in here, but taking it off the cars as well. Look at that. I have never seen anything like this. We've got all the steering racks here, look. And like I said, the man hours that goes into just removing one of these. You know, just one steering rack, one hub. It's just mind-boggling. It really is. It really is mind-boggling. It's such a waste of time and money just to leave it all here like this. Look, this is all actually labelled here. So we've got Peugeot 405, 205, 306, 106, 806, 605. We've also got Renault Espace 11, 25, 21, Scenic, Megane, Renault 19, Clio and an S5. They're all... It's very organised, like every part. Polo, Fiesta, it's all written down. So it is very organised. It's very organised. Right guys, so we're now heading down to the very last area what we're going to look around today. Now we have got some very special cars hiding away around here, and I am so excited to have a look. So let's go around this way and see what we've got. Now this looks like a Mercedes Vito. It is V6. No. My God. These are very, very sought after. They are actually really, really nice fans. Oh, it's locked. That's a shame. Oh, this one's open. Okay, now these seats are actually worth quite a bit of money. I know that for a fact because I've actually tried buying some before for my van, but I could never find them. You know, you always find them somewhere like this where you just can't buy them, and it's such a pain in the bum. It really is. But I am going to have a sit in one just to see how good they are. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is really nice with the armrests as well. It's yeah, it's quite special actually. That one doesn't work typically, but yeah, they are very nice. I'm actually really annoyed that I can't buy these because, like I say, they are very, very hard to find. And here they are in an abandoned building that you can't do anything with. Pain. Now this is a Ford Ranger, I think, V6. Let's have a look at this first. I think this is a Golf GTI. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, dearie me. Why have all these cars just been left? Ooh. Quite a nasty front end, isn't it? Maybe it was just here for parts and they were going to break it. Now look at these cars in this corner here. Now this is the last little collection we're going to look at here today. A Jeep. Very, very nice Jeep. If I had one of these, I'd have to get the convertible and I'd have to do the Jurassic Park livery on it. 100% it'd have to be done. Oh, I love these things. They are just so expensive. Why are they so expensive? I don't know. They are very cool cars, but honestly, the prices of some of them are phenomenal. They really are phenomenal. I don't know what they were doing with this one, whether this was a parts car or they were going to save it. I love the roll bar in it. That's really cool. Really nice. Okay, so the last couple of cars. Now we have got two very, very rare cars here. Now the top one is an Alfa Romeo Spider. Now you all know what these cars are. They are worth serious money when they're done up nicely. This one looks as if it may have actually had a tree or something falling over on it, because the way that that's been damaged, it looks as if something heavy's fallen on it. And this is an Alpine. Wow. Well, I say, I mean, it is an Alpine, but what's left of an Alpine? I mean, look at this. The whole back end has just disappeared. I think something's hit that from behind, hasn't it? Quite hard, and it's just absolutely destroyed it. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Well, this place has been one of the most incredible I have ever explored. Look at this. This is quite cool actually. It's on British plates. And it looks like it's been parked outside for a long time too. Oh dear. Oh, that's locked. I can't show you inside unfortunately. Yeah, oh well. Right guys, well I think that is pretty much everything there is to see in this place. Now it is going to take me a long time to edit this video. It's going to take me a long time to put all the photos and everything together, but it's going to be worth it. So we're going to run around, do some pictures, do an Instagram story and a TikTok video, and we'll see you back outside again very, very shortly. Right guys, well that is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Please go and check out the Instagram, which is the Beard Explorer _ and also go and check out the Facebook page. Like always, I'll put all the pictures on Facebook, 10 the best Instagram, and I'll link James in the description below. And we'll see you on another video soon. Fuck off, mate. Walking into my shot again. Contradict everything you say.
Shut up, you.
What are you doing here, mate? Camera's gone funny. Yes, that's my face. Hello. Why won't you turn around? I think it's got a bit confused. Hang on, let's turn it around. No, it's still not doing it, is it?